Well, it's Easter weekend, right? And I've been getting offered to go to church on Easter weekend. And I just want to say, this has been in my mind, like, why I don't go to church? Especially in the state of California. Why I don't go to church to celebrate Easter? Because Easter is really a pagan holiday. It's more like, it's supposed to be Passover, right? Not only that, I don't trust anything from California, right? I mean, not all churches. I'm not saying not all churches are bad in California. It's just that there's a disproportionate amount that's bad out there, and because there's disproportionate amount of bad churches in California, I'm not taking any chances. All right, I would rather go to a church in the deep South before I step in the church in the state of California. These 501c3 churches. It's not. I'm not excluding. I'm not going to church at all. I'll go to church, but it has to be some kind of criteria for me to go to church, right? It gotta be a small church. Don't practice any pagan things. Go by the Bible. The preacher is not the ultimate, person to be looking over for. We should not worship the preacher. And a non 501c3 church. Unfortunately, most of the church in California is 501c3, meaning they're affiliated with the government. All right, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's impossible to have a church open that's not affiliated with the government." I beg to differ. I know some churches that's not 501c3 churches, all right, and they don't mess with the government, but there are very few and little in between. All right, coming back to my Easter weekend, all right, I get a lot of friends asking me to go to church. I'll go to church, all right. It's just not your church. It's just not your debaucherous church. Alright? When it comes to religion, I'm very strict by the book, by the Bible. Alright? I'm by the Bible. Alright? But when I go to churches, I don't believe that we should go to churches to believe in something that you believe in. Why you have to go to churches? It's a construct that predated back to the Protestant Reformations, right? When the Catholic priests and Christianity used to merge with each other, and then when they break up during the Protestant Reformation, they carry on the same traditions, right? They carry on the same traditions by going to churches, right? Which is actually a Roman Catholic thing, right? When I think of churches, I'm just thinking getting you with a group of people that you know and share the Bible with the person that you love the most, right? The people you have common interests with, right? I don't believe you have to go to church just to learn, just to believe in the practice of Christ in Christianity, right? But that doesn't mean that I will not go to church. I'll go to church if I find the right one. Before I go to church in California, I will go to church outside of California before I step into the church of California. Right? I did not like California that much. Right? I believe California is an evil state. Is very anti-religion, anti-family because of the legislative, and not only that, because the people in California, the way they believe, their thought process. I don't identify myself with any of those people. It's just that these churches in California is very, how am I say it, disloyal to the parishioners or the people. There's some stuff I don't know, right? But I'm sure if I read the Bible and study hard enough, I'll get to it. I don't need the preachers to preach me what's in the Bible, what's his definitions of what, right? Just I went to seminary school doesn't mean I can't discern what the passages really mean for myself, right? But if I were to do that, if I don't know anything, I would research it. Not only research it, I'll move out of the state to go to a church that know what they're talking about, rather than stop in a church in California. I just don't like the church in California, right? Like I said before, I am not anti-church, but I know some of the origins of the concept of the tradition of church, where it derived from, where it come from. There are a lot of Christians out there that don't even know the Protestant Reformations. Don't even know how did these denominations came about. right? There are some Christians that they're so oblivious to this, you know. And I have friends that invite me to church. They don't even know what I'm talking about. The Protestant Reformation. They don't even know the origin of the church. They haven't read the Bible. I'm not saying I read the Bible front to back, but at least know the basic. But these are the reasons why I don't want to step in church in California. I just want to make that clear. I think California is an evil place to go to a church in California. Like, really? It's like an oxymoron. California and churches. Right? Because I'm looking forward, I'm thinking about moving down to the south. Right? From Texas and downward. Right? Texas to Florida, anywhere over there, man. My patience for California is wearing thin, as Joe Biden would say. No, not this. No, I'm pretty sure there are good people in California. Not all people in California are bad, right? It's just that my patience is wearing thin. With the thing that they're doing in California, the thing that they're promoting, the debaucherous lifestyle, the excess lifestyle, you know, the thing that they're teaching in California that I totally disagree with. The way the government been running down the state, how unrealistic people are in California. They live in a delusional mindset. The religious people in California, they stab you in the back when given the opportunity, right? They judge you, right? They want to say they're welcoming, but yet again, they're judging you at the same time, right? They come up, they don't even, I went to this one church, nobody ever came up to me and say hi at all. So like, that's one experience. I have bad experience with all these churches in California. It's not like I've never been to any churches in California, but most of the experience I've been to is not that great at all, it's just, I just don't like the atmosphere, the Church of California. It's like people tend to judge you, and it's like, it's not the same as you were to go to a church down south, right? The Bible Belt. That's where I want to go, and pretty soon it's gonna happen. I'm finding a nice church in the south, somewhere in the south. I'm not sure yet. It's either Texas, Tennessee, or Florida, anywhere down south. But California's a big no-no. Right? California, I'm out of California. When things hit the fan, I'm out. I'm bailing out. California, I'm sorry, California native, you watching my video, I'm sorry. Alright, but you have to understand, because of this running history of how California is and are back in the days till today. I don't trust any church in California. I'm not going to take any chances. How they exploit their people, how they lie, right? How they're affiliated with the 501c3 church, 501c3, right? To get tax cut, right? I'm sure there's churches say, "Oh, we don't need your donation. You don't have to give." But at the end of the day, in order to have a functioning church, you need some kind of donations in the church as well. I understand that, right? But it's just something about California that's giving me the wrong vibe, the wickedness that it promotes, right? And the way they manipulate the Bible, change words, change word the Bible, give their definition of what it is, right? When there's no correct way of discerning the Bible. They're giving their own definition of what's what. When it said clear as daylight what it said in the passage, that this and this, and try to manipulate. Oh no, that don't mean this and that. What are you, a lawyer? Changing definition around, using their own version of etymology, right? But anyway, I just want to get that out there. This is why I'm not going to celebrate Easter Sunday, S-Star Sunday, S-Star, the North Star Sunday. When you deep down into it, it's really a pagan holiday, Easter, right? Painting eggs, painting eggs with their blood, sacrifice, and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. You do your own research. You know the origin of Easter, where it came from, All right, it's really Passover when you think about it. But on that note, guys, thanks for listening to me. Thank you for my rant. I might contradict myself, but hey, this is what I believe. You know, I just don't want to go to church on Sundays. This is my personal preference. You know, it's just not my forte. I don't want to go to church in California. I don't want to deal with California. You know, my patience already thin in California. I mean, I'm out soon. All right, but anyway, thanks for listening to me, and I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.